Good morning. I am Day. DAA are my initials. I am in recovery from loss, grief, trauma, and addiction. In my years of active recovery, I have found that upon awakening, it is useful to affirm and devote myself to the me of my recovery, the one that ties all of the pieces together gently, lovingly, and sometimes even fiercely to face each day. With these daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations, walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone, one day at a time. Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. February 16. Commitment. Understanding is the key to right principles and attitudes, and right action is the key to good living. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 125. There came a time in my program of recovery when the third stanza of the Serenity Prayer, the wisdom to know the difference, became inevitably imprinted in my mind. From that time on, I had to face the ever present knowledge that my every action, word, and thought was within or outside the principles of the program. I could no longer hide behind self rationalization, nor behind the insanity of my disease. The only course open to me, if I was to attain a joyous life for myself, and subsequently for those I love, was one in which I imposed on myself an effort of commitment, discipline, and responsibility. Fair use. Courage to change one day at a time in Al Anon, February 16. In a tornado, you not only have to look out for the tremendous winds, but also whatever the winds pick up and hurl in your direction. Like a tornado, alcoholism often brings along additional problems, including verbal, physical, and sexual abuse, illness, debt, prison, infidelity, and even death. Some of these problems can be so embarrassing that we don't dare talk about them, but in Al Anon, we learn that we are only as sick as our secrets. Until we let them out into the light, they keep us trapped. Most of us find it best to share our secrets with someone we can trust, someone who understands the disease of alcoholism. No matter how hopeless, different, or ashamed we may feel, there are Al Anon members who have been through similar crises and are willing to listen and help. Today's reminder: the times I most want to hide out with my secrets are probably the times I most need to reach out and share them with others. When facing a difficult situation, let me remember that my higher power speaks through other people. I don't have to face it alone. We move from being at the mercy of any problem that comes along to an inner certainty that no matter what happens in our lives, we will be able to face it, deal with it, and learn from it with the help of our higher power in all our affairs. Fair use. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. February 16. Faithful feelings. When we refuse to accept the reality of today, we are denying faith in our higher power. This can only bring more suffering. IP number 8, just for today. Some days just aren't the way we wish they would be. Our problems may be as simple as a broken shoelace or having to stand in line at the supermarket, or we may experience something far more serious, such as the loss of a job, a home, or a loved one. Either way, we often end up looking for a way to avoid our feelings instead of simply acknowledging that those feelings are painful. No one promises us that everything will go our way when we stop using. In fact, we can be sure that life will go on whether we're using or not. We will face good days and bad days, comfortable feelings and painful feelings, but we don't have to run from any of them any longer. We can experience pain, grief, sadness, anger, frustration, all those feelings we once avoided with drugs. We find that we can get through those emotions clean. We won't die and the world won't come to an end just because we have uncomfortable feelings. We learn to trust that we can survive what each day brings. Just for today, I will demonstrate my trust in God by experiencing this day just as it is. Fair use. Today, Emotions Anonymous. February 16. We aim for an atmosphere of love and acceptance. This helpful concept tells me how to behave toward the newcomer to my group who is almost certainly hurting and who may be behaving in a way I do not like. But isn't this concept important in my other relationships too? If I threaten to reject people in an attempt to get them to change their behavior, I am not loving. I am manipulating. Only by giving my love freely can I create the atmosphere in which I wish to live. Meditation for today. Help me to love others and to wish them their highest good, even when this conflicts with my own plans or wishes. Today I will remember the love I give without strings attached mysteriously returns to me. Fair use. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. February 16. Service. The sincere adult child working an ACA program of meeting attendance and selfless service gets results with Step 7. This is the sure path when we struggle with a troublesome shortcoming. BRB 222. How can giving service and attending meetings produce results? In giving selfless service, we must be able to manage our inner critical parent's dominating and controlling nature. As a result of working the steps, we find that we are no longer as angry or scared to allow life to unfold as it will. Here lies the best answer to what has ailed us. The steps, when worked with a fellow traveler, helps us gain peace of mind and a sense of calm that allows us to feel alive. This realization is exhilarating. Our joy can overflow, and we realize that this is a very valuable and healthy experience